The new tanner that I've been obsessing with is Hey guys, welcome back. In today's video, I'm finally going to be showing you guys my tanning routine. I'm also going to be showing you guys all of my favorite tanning products that I love to use and my thoughts and opinions on all of these different type of products. I am so excited to finally be doing this video. I feel like I'm such a tan addict and I love discovering new products and new techniques on how to achieve the most perfect fake tan. Before we jump right into the video, don't forget to hit the subscribe button down below so you guys can see more videos like this in the future. Also, don't forget to follow me on Instagram, AshLuna, so you guys can see a little bit more behind the scenes. So if you're interested on my self-tanning routine as well as some products that I love, then just keep on watching. So before I show you guys my tanning routine, I just want to quickly talk about a couple products that I have used and my thoughts and opinions. So a little back history on how I got into tanning. I'm actually naturally super pale. I've always been pale. I could achieve a natural tan, but I have to be under the sun for a long period of time to achieve like a natural tan look. My body does burn first and then it turns into a tan. So naturally my skin tone is very pale. I have literally no color. It's just so white. I do have a olive undertone. I do have like more like green veins. So I can tan pretty well. I just have to be under the sun for a long period of time. And I don't want skin cancer and I don't want to ruin my skin. So that's how I got into self-tanning. So at the age of 18, I started getting into self-tanning and I actually started in the tanning beds, which is so bad for your skin. And I know it's bad and I don't even know why I did it, but I was so desperate because I was going to a music festival at the time and I just wanted to be tan. So all these kids in school used to make fun of me because how pale I was. I used to look like a ghost. They just used to make fun of me and say like really mean things because how pale I was. And when I graduated high school, I was working a job, so I was getting a little bit more income. So I went to a tanning place which is called South Beach at the time, and I signed up for a membership to do like the tanning beds. I told myself I was only gonna do it for about just a month, just so I had a nice looking tan for the music festival, because I know how bad it is for your skin and I just did not want to damage my skin. So after the music festival happened, I was so orange. Like I looked like Oompa Loompa, but at the time I thought I was tan and I looked good, but no, I was really orange. So after the music festival, I ended up not going back into the tanning beds, but instead I switched over to spray tans at the same place. So I had like the unlimited membership where you can do unlimited sprays, and I would go once a week, and it was just a hot mess. I honestly didn't even continue the spray tans for more than like a month because it just looked so bad. Like I was patchy and it was super orange. Like it was not a cute color. Also at that time I was transitioning into another job and I was going to hair school, so I wasn't making a ton of money and I wanted to save money at the time. So I actually just canceled my membership altogether and I tried self-tanning. So at the time I was watching a lot of YouTube and I saw all of my favorite YouTubers rave about self-tanners, more of like the mousse form where you apply it all over your body and you let it process and then you rinse it off in the morning, or vice versa. And this was back in 2014. I was researching so many different tanners and I came across Loving Tan. So I came across Loving Tan, and at the time Loving Tan was based in Australia, like strictly based on Australia. They didn't have any warehouses in the US yet. I ended up buying one bottle of Loving Tan from Australia and it took 2 weeks to get here. 2 weeks, which is insane because now they sell it everywhere. But back then it took 2 weeks for me to get it, and when I finally got it, I tried it and I fell in love with this tan. This tan has like more of like that red undertone, so it gives you more of like that sun-kissed tan rather than like an olive green base tan like Tropez. So I really did love this tan and I used it consistently for about a year. And at the time YouTube was doing like coupon codes where if you use like this YouTuber's coupon code, you would get like a free mitt, or you would get also like a free exfoliating mitt, which was really nice. So it was average $40. So about a year later I wanted to save a little bit money and I did try Bondi sands just one time and I did not like it. It did not last as long as Loving Tan. I did use this tanner consistently for about 4 years, no joke, like 4 years. So I would say in the last 6 months I have like strayed away from Loving Tan. I'm not gonna lie, recently in the last year I've noticed that Loving Tan has changed their formula a little bit. I don't know if that's true, please don't mark my words, but me and my personal opinion, I feel like the tanner is not the same as it used to be. I feel like it doesn't last long on me anymore, and it gets super patchy around this area and around my neck, and I just was not loving it anymore. I do have a couple of tanners that I've been trying out these past couple months. I'll just quickly talk about them. So this tanner is a St. Moriz, and this is the Fast Tan 60-minute tanner, and this you can buy at Ulta for I think $12.99. It's super cheap. And I did use this during quarantine because I was just trying to save money and I didn't want to buy like the more expensive tanners. So I was trying this out during quarantine and I did love it. It smells so good. It smells like coconuts. It says that you can leave on up to 3 hours, but I leave this on overnight for like the full 8 hours, and then I wake up and shower it off. And I was using it with the Gradual tanner lotion. So these two together is like the best combination. It gives you the most perfect, pretty, it's not too olivey and it's not too red. It's just like a very pretty natural tan. And especially if you use it with the Gradual tanner, it extends your tanner a little bit longer, and it doesn't give you like that patchiness around your arms and your neck, which is the places that I get patchiest the most. So I did love these two tanners. I will say this color does fade evenly, which is nice, but the color doesn't really last the full week. So just keep that in mind. It's not like a long-lasting tan, but the color is really pretty. Especially if you use these two together, the color you're gonna get and the longevity is on point. So I love these two products. Especially if you're on a budget, I would definitely try those two products out. And then the next product I tried out is the Bondi Sands Aero Ultra Dark Foam Tanner, and this is what it looks like. I have tried the original one back then a couple years ago, like I said, and I wasn't a huge fan of it, and I'm just like not a huge fan of Bondi Sands, and I know a lot of YouTubers love it. I tried, I just can't get into it. I love the color that it gives me. I just don't think the color lasts that long. I feel like it fades pretty quickly. So I did try this out, and it is a weird consistency. When you pump it out on your mitt, it's kind of almost like a intense whipped cream. So it's really hard to get like an actual even application on each part of your body because of the spray bottle. It's kind of weird. For instance, these have a pump. So I know exactly how much product I'm going to use for each body part. Then this one has like this weird foamy whipped cream kind of application. So that's one thing I really don't like about it. The color is really pretty, and I will say this dries so quick. So if you're a beginner at tanning, I would be careful with this product because it does dry really quickly. So you really have to get in there and blend it super quickly, because if not, you're gonna get like a little streak here and there. But overall, the color does fade evenly. It just doesn't last that long on my body. But yeah, overall, I really did love this tanner. Like, I would repurchase it, but I did find a new tanner that I'm obsessed with, which I will show you guys in 1 minute. Now, the new tanner I'm obsessed with is the SOSU Dripping Gold Tanner. And I'm sure some of you tan addicts have came across this on YouTube or on Instagram. This tanner is amazing. I did mention this in my current favorites video. If you saw that video, I did talk about this tanner on that video, so if you're interested, I will link it down below. But ooh, let me tell you, I'm so in love with this product so much. Oh my god, I just got it on my face. All right, I'm back. I'm so clumsy. I'm just like the worst. So I actually heard about this product from Casey Holmes, and she talked about this product, how much she loved it. And at the time, I did hear about this product about a year ago now, and it was really hard for me to get my hands on this because it's always sold out and you can only buy it online, specifically from Pretty Little Things. And every time I would log in, it was always sold out, especially the Ultra Dark. And then I found another website which is from either the UK or Australia, and I was trying to purchase it, but because I live in the United States, it wouldn't ship to me, so that was kind of frustrating. So yeah, for the longest time, I've been dying to try this product and finally got my hands on it, and let me tell you, it is my ride or die. I'm never gonna use another tanner than this, and it's really affordable. I believe it is cheaper than all the other products I mentioned, except this one. This one is the cheapest, but it is cheaper than Loving Tan, St. Tropez, and the Bondi Sands. It was only $25. $25. Like, this is amazing. For $25, this should be a lot of money because it's that good. Okay, so now going into my tanning routine, the first thing I do before I take off my tanner is that I take off my old tan, meaning I exfoliate my body, I take off any tanning residue I have on my body, and my favorite product to use to help remove my tanner is the Saint Tropez tan remover. I have tried the Bondi Sands one and it just wasn't my favorite. I did try the Saint Tropez tan remover and this stuff is amazing. It's pretty simple. All you have to do is just do a couple pumps, put it all over your body, let it sit for at least 5 minutes, and then once you get in the shower, let your body kind of run under hot water for a little bit, and then take your little tan remover mitt if you have one. If you don't, you need one in your life because it's going to save you time, frustration, and it's just the best. This one is from Loving Tan. I do have the Saint Tropez one in my shower right now. This is just the one I keep for when I travel. And then all you do is just lightly scrub off your old tanner, as well as like just dead skin, and just get all of that residue off of your skin. And you want to go kind of like in circular motions and just kind of like really get in there and scrub it off, and you can actually see your old tanner just kind of like melt off, mainly because of these two products. It's amazing. You need it in your life if you're a tanner. It's just gonna make your life so much easier, girl. Before these two products came in my life, it was miserable. It was hard. It made my life so much harder because you have to just like scrub your body intensely to get any old tan off. It was just annoying. So these products definitely make your life a little bit more easier, so I would recommend these two products. So after you exfoliate your whole body, do not use any soap, anything. Like, I know it's crazy like not to use like body wash or anything, but don't use any body wash, soap, nothing, because if you do, your tan is not going to adhere to your body the best. Also, don't forget to shave your legs, shave whatever you gotta do. Make sure there's no hair on your body once you're going to tan. I don't shave my arms, so my arms are fine, and the tanner applies on my arms perfectly. So once you're done with all that, you're gonna hop out of the shower, you're going to dry your body off, and then you're going to wait at least an hour before you apply your fake tan. The reason is because when you're taking a hot shower, your pores are open, and if you tan immediately when you get out of the shower, you're gonna get like these little tiny black little dots all over your body. It's not noticeable, but if you look up close, especially on your legs, you're gonna be able to see it, and that's just because your pores were open, and when you tan right after, it gives you those little tiny black dots. So to avoid that, give yourself at least an hour before you fake tan. So right before I apply my fake tan, I like to tan my face now, which is something new I've been doing the past year. It's been about a year now. I'm really happy these products are out on the market now, because before I never tan my face, never. So my face was pale white, and then my body from neck down was brown. So when I didn't have makeup, it was pretty scary, I'm not gonna lie. The first product I used was the Tan Luxe tanning drops. I would apply a couple drops with some moisturizer and apply it all over my face, and then the next day you wake up with a bronze tan face. I love that product. It worked amazing, but it was $40, so it is kind of pricey, and I do tan every single week, so I was going through it pretty quickly. I did discover this one. It's from St. Moriz. It's the same brand as these tanners, so it's really affordable. I believe this was only $18.99, and it does the same as Tan Luxe, but it's just like a fraction of the price. So yeah, it was only $18.99. I love this. So what I do is I apply a little bit of moisturizer, just a tiny bit of moisturizer on my hand, and then I apply about 5 to 6 drops. I know it sounds crazy, but my body is super tan, so if I don't apply enough, it's not going to do enough for my skin. So I do apply about 5 to 6 drops, and I go apply it all over my face in circular motion. And once I'm done applying it on my face, please wash your hands immediately after you do that, because if you don't, you're gonna wake up with orange hands like this. Yeah, and I did wash my hands. It's just that when I was tanning, I got tanner on my hands, and then it's just a hot mess after that. So just don't forget to wash your hands after you do your face tanner. That's a really important step. So after you have your face tanner applied, now I'm going to go in and apply my body tanner. And like I said, the one I'm using at the moment is the SOSU Dripping Gold in Ultra Dark. I freaking love this tanner. It's the best. So I do start with my legs first, and I do apply 2 pumps on this area, and then I do 2 pumps on my thighs, and then I move on to the other leg. And then once I have that applied, I do 2 pumps on my stomach, 2 pumps on my back, and then as well as 2 pumps on my arm, 2 pumps on this arm. I do go pretty heavy on my chest area because for some odd reason I cannot hold color on my chest. I've tried everything. Even when I'm out underneath the sun, I never get color here. It's so hard for me just to hold pigment here. I don't know why. I do apply sometimes an extra pump on each arm depending on what my weekend vibes are. If I'm going to be out under the sun, if I'm going to be showing some skin, I will apply another coat just to be extra tan. But usually I stick to 2 pumps on each arm. And then moving on to my hands and my feet. These days I'm super lazy, I'm going to be honest. I just use the mitt, and whatever is left on the mitt, I just kind of quickly go on my hands and on my fingers. And obviously it's not the best application. Like, look how ugly that looks. Just put a tiny bit, like literally the most tiniest bit of tanner on a old brush. This is from e.l.f. It's just like their basic kabuki foundation brush. This is just super old. I don't use it anymore, so I do use this for tanner. So if you just apply a tiny bit there and just kind of lightly brush over your hands, your fingers, and make sure you kind of do like this claw movement just so you can really get in there and tan your hands. And the same thing goes for your feet. Just kind of yeah, just kind of quickly go over your toes and your ankles and all that. So that's a little tip. Once everything is applied, I like to put on some really big comfy clothes. So either a big t-shirt and some sweatpants, whatever you feel the most comfortable and to sleep in. The biggest thing though is just try to be covered up because you don't want to get the tanner all over your sheets. It's annoying. My boyfriend hates it. My mattress is so messed up because it's just tanner. But you know, beauty is, you guys sacrifice for beauty, you know, you guys sacrifice your sheets. You guys sacrifice, you gotta wash them every week because it's just a tanner. You guys won't even see my pillow. My pillow is just tanned. So most of these tanners, if they're not 2-hour express like the Love and Tan one is, you want to leave it on for about 8 hours so the color fully develops. So once you wake up, you're gonna hop in the shower. Make sure your water is not too hot. You kind of want it warm, like lukewarm, more on like the colder side, just to ensure you're not stripping off too much tanner. When you do get in the shower, don't be scared because you are going to see all that color guard rinse off your body. Don't worry, don't freak out, it's normal. Your tanner is still technically still developing even after you rinse off. So that's why I like to use this Jergens weightless skin moisturizer. So after I'm done in the shower, once my body is still wet, before you even dry it, I like to apply a little bit of this all over my body just to moisturize it and make it smell good and not like tanner. Make sure you lightly dab your body dry. You don't want to rub aggressively on your body because that's just gonna remove your tan. So just gently tap your body dry. Once you're completely dry, apply some lotion. My favorite lotion to use is the Serum, only because I do have mild eczema on my skin. So this lotion works the best for my eczema, especially when I'm tanning, because like you see here, you can see a little bit of eczema there. It's just like a flare-up only because I'm eating a lot of ice cream these days. You can see the tanner kind of clings on to that area. Another reason why using lotion is so important when you self-tan is because it prolongates your tan and it avoids getting patchiness, especially around your arms, your neck, your legs. So keeping your body hydrated is very, very important when you're self-tanning. So just keep that in mind. Make sure you moisturize every single day, morning and nighttime, and you will see that your tanner is going to look a lot better. Another product that I've been loving recently is the Jergens Natural Glow Wet Skin Moisturizer. It's the same concept as this, but this is a gradual tanner. I have been using this tanner just to prolongate my tanner, especially if I'm going to be out under the sun and I just want a little bit more oomph to my tanner. I will use this. It's amazing. You could use this alone and not even use any of these tanning products if you want to keep it natural and you don't want to go through this whole process like I do every single week. You can definitely use this and it's amazing. I do keep this tan on for about a week. I do my tan every Thursday, so that way, you know, when it comes for the weekend, my skin is tan and glowy and looking bronzed. And that is it for my tanning routine. Hopefully this video was interesting or entertaining. I love to watch these videos. I love seeing everyone else's tanning routine. So I would say out of all of the products I mentioned, obviously my favorite product is this. It's going to be my ride or die for a long time until something better comes out on the market. And I do love the St. Moriz tanning drops. So these two together I love, and I'm going to use you for a long time, okay? yeah. Alrighty, so that completes my self-tanning routine as well as some of my favorite tanning products I like to use. Hopefully this video was interesting or entertaining for you guys. Hopefully you found a new favorite or something you want to try. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Also, don't forget to hit the subscribe button down below to help your girl out. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!